Just minimize that window alone.
Okay. பிரபு ஒரு வாட்டி யூடியூப் போய் பாருங்க எப்படி வருதுன்னு.
பாருங்க.
Okay, so good evening to all. I'm happy to meet you all today. So the topic of the webinar is, I think my video. என்ன window? என்ன window? இல்ல எனக்கு எக்கோ கேக்குது யூடியூப்ல இருந்து. நம்ம பேசுறது எனக்கு இரண்டாவது கேக்குது.
இங்கெல்லாம் கிளியரா தான் கேக்குது.
ஒரு நிமிஷம், வேற எங்க இருந்தோம்? இல்ல நான் பேசுறது திருப்பி எனக்கே கேக்குதுங்க. இதோ நான் how to switch off YouTube? ஐயோ என்ன பண்றது, எனக்கு டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸா. எப்படி அதை ஆஃப் பண்றது?
This is live on YouTube right now.
We are just checking how the live is working.
Okay.
எனக்கு மறுபடியும் கேக்குதுங்க நான் பேசுறதெல்லாம். I'm able to listen. ஒரு நிமிஷம். Now it's fine. Okay, பிரபு ஒரு வாட்டி பாத்துக்கோங்க யூடியூப்ல எப்படி வருதுன்னு. ஓகே பிரபு,
full screen. Okay, I'll check.
ஏன்னா நான் இங்க மியூட் பண்ணிட்டேன் என்னோட யூடியூப் லிங்க்.
Sure, I'll check, no problem.
Okay, so before starting the session, I just want to know you're all from where, whether sales of pharmaceutical or B2B, technical, B2C, and from which location. Can you just put on the chat box? I know there are only 2 people, still I am doing all this to practice. So Gauri Prabhu, from which location? Gauri Shankar from Hyderabad. Prabhu from Karur. Okay, great. Okay, so sales. Okay, so before starting the session, I just want to ask your commitment. Are you all committed to double your sales? Yes or no? Y for yes, N for no. Okay, great. And are you all committed to follow the tools and methods what I'm going to discuss next 2 hours without using your brain, whether it works or not, will I be able to do it or not? Don't think too much. Just are you committed to follow the tools and method? Okay, great. And will you commit to trust the process 100%? Because trust is very important to any activities. So just say why or no. Are you committed and are you going to trust the process? Okay. Okay, so what I want to know is, great, Gauri. What I want to know is, what are the present situations we are facing? Present issues, challenges we are facing being in sales or being in business? Is it rejections or business is low? What major issues and rejections we are having now? Fear, okay. Not able to generate leads. Okay, fine. Okay, so we are going to discuss how to solve these issues. So some of the present situations are fear of rejections, fear of failures, less prospection list, we have less funnels, and unable to handle the objections, unable to negotiate well, our business is low, low performance, low income, and we have single source of income, job insecurity, especially in this pandemic, we have such things, and unable to achieve the sales target, target pressure, stress. We are having stress, and the same stress we are transferring to the family members as well. And not getting paid for the potential. Whatever we feel that we have so much of potential, but we are not paid for whatever potential we have. That stress also we had, there's no much growth and support. All these issues we are currently facing, and we are going to see how we are going to solve the problem. Okay, before going to, I'm going to give 5 secrets, which is really going to shift your way of thinking to double your sales, double your income. Before that, just want to give a general idea of what is sales. Sales is everywhere. You know, many people think that sales is nothing but just sales skill is required when you are working in an organization. No, in a sales organization. No, not only sales. For example, when you're at home, you are just you want to convince your husband to get the saree, or your children is convincing you to get the toys, or you are a project manager, you are trying to convince your boss to get approval for your design or drawing. So everywhere the selling skill is important. Objection handling. When your daughter is saying, I don't want to eat the food today, I don't like this food, it's objections you're going to handle it. How you're going to handle it, how you're going to influence, everything will come. Even if you're going to a shopkeepers, you're going to negotiate. So even that negotiation skills will build up. So everywhere sales play a bigger role day in, day out. So that is why selling skill is so important to know. Number 2, be a proud salesperson. You know, whenever whoever I meet, they are feeling uncomfortable to say that they are a sales person, because the old myth is being created. Sales means they are going to lie, they're going to cheat. You know, they always overcommit. Those kind of myths is being created. We have to break such myths. You are adding a value to others. You are making others to get the benefit. So definitely sales is going to give you advantages, and it should be a proud feeling that you are helping others to solve the issue. You're adding value. So that kind of a proud feeling you should have. Number 1. Number 2, you should be passionate about selling. You should be feel hungry to get more and more orders. Unless until you are not convinced, you're not passionate about what you're selling, then definitely you will not be able to do any selling. So be proud and be passionate about selling. So I want to give some examples. Like if you have 10K INR as a amount, and your salary is 10,000. This has happened to my friends. Okay, my friends 2 years back, he has got 10,000 salary, and he has got 10 skills. Like for example, presentation skill, communication. He has all this, and last 2 years his skills is same. He's not taken any steps to improve the skills, but he always worry that he want to increase his income by double 20K INR. How it is possible? Unless until you improve your skills, you will not be able to increase your income. So it is a proportional to each other. So you always have to focus on increase your skills. How you're going to build up, improve your skills, and automatically your income is going to increase. My one more topic I want to cover today is how you are going to double your income. This is very important. Always don't blame somebody your management or your boss that you're getting very less amount. Always focus on improving your skills, improving your performance, then definitely you will be going to get the amount. That's what I said. Focus on your quality of the work. Focus on your actions. Result, don't focus on the results. When you focus on the results, you're losing the quality of the work. So always focus on the quality. Results will automatically fall in place. Okay, my first secret is mindset. Mindset is the foundation of selling, according to me. If you have a proper foundation, like mindset, because when customer is showing you some anger because you're not delivered on time, whatever the case, you will not be able to you should have a calm and composed mindset. So for that, you have to prepare your mind a lot. We will discuss how to prepare the mind, everything. And if there is any rejections, like for example, if there is a cold call, you are making a cold call of 100 calls and you want to get at least 50% of conversion, which will never happen. You know, the golden rule is out of 100 calls, only 10% is going to convert. 10% is going to respond to you back. So you should prepare your mind that out of 100, definitely 90 is going to reject you. That is the formula. Because many sales guys, they are ready to quit the job because they are unable to face this kind of rejections. When you make up your mind, when you prepare your mind that out of 100, 90 is going to reject, you will definitely get motivated. At least 10 is converting, at least 10% as a group, I'm able to convert it. So that kind of a mindset we have to prepare. And we have to read a lot of sales. You know, when I recently watched one of the speech of Brain Tracy, he said how we are going to select a salesperson, what criteria we have to. He said you have to ask the candidate how many sales books he is having in his library at home. That means he's really reading some books. He's really serious in growing sales career. So that is the criteria we have to see when we are recruiting a candidate. How many sales books he has. See, whether he is reading or not, it is secondary. But at least he has put an effort to buy the sales book. That means it's the first level of building up his career in sales. So reading sales books is very important. If you consistently read every day, at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes, definitely in 6 months, you are going to increase your performance as well as you're going to increase your income. And practice affirmations. In my next slides, I'm going to discuss what kind of affirmations you're going to do these affirmations. And next, prepare your skill set. Read your sales books to improve your skill set, and hard skills, soft skills. Hard skills are generally objection handling and objections handling, negotiation skills, persuasion skills, closing skills, all come under hard skills. Soft skills is communication skills, presentation, then decision making skills. Many things will come under soft skills. Grooming, these are all come under soft. So these are all we need to improve to increase the income as well as the sales. So some of the exercise I've prepared. Affirmations. What kind of affirmations we have to write? I've given an example here. Every day morning we have to write down that I have done. See, it is what you're going to write. It should be in a present tense. You have to write that I have done my sales of 1 crore by end of December 2021. That means you have to write such a way that you've already done it. And I'm earning, even though you're earning 1 lakh per annum, you have to write down that you are earning 5 lakh per annum, whatever is your goal. And you have to write, I'm working as a sales director. Maybe your position is manager now, but you're going to write that I'm working as a sales director. And you have to also write down customer wise. If you're targeting 10 customers, you want to close this year, write down each customer, how much value you're going to close. Even you can write your target, how much target you're going to achieve. For example, Maruti is one of my big customers. That is one of my big customers. So I am writing that I've closed Hyundai order. I've win the Hyundai order. Like every day writing this is going to store in your subconscious mind, because you may think what I'm going to get by writing this. What happens is every day when you write down, it stores in your subconscious mind, and whether you are able to take actions or not, subconscious mind will start working for you to achieve that goals. So that is very important. Very important in sales. I've just written here what Swami Vivekananda says: to be a great person means not doing great things, but doing small things greatly. You create your destiny. Whatever we do, the small activities every day, that is going to create you as a great personality, as a great sales professional. So that is why this, even though it looks very small, but when you do consistently the small activities, it's going to make you a great successful person. And how you're going to manage your time, because I've seen for most of the salesperson, they're not being productive well. They have to be productive to be efficient, to give their 100% performance. For that, most of the places, most of the sales guys, they're having time, they're wasting time because of improper planning. So this time chart will help them to prioritize their work, to decide where to focus, where not to focus. So for example, this is a kind of a time chart I've made for salespeople. Q1, urgent and important. Q2, not urgent but important. Urgent but not important. Q4, not urgent, not important. So urgent and important means you have to do it right now. You can't postpone. But as well as that is important projects. For example, tenders will always have the deadlines. Offers and data sheets, deadline projects, reports to your boss. These are all urgent and important. And number 2 quadrant, may not be urgent, but it is important. For example, there are some long-term projects. You really have to focus on long-term projects. No, your boss is not going to behind you for a 5 years, 10 years project, because it's going to come very late. But still, for you to have a consistent growth year on year, you really have to focus on long-term projects, approaching the potential prospects, sending them like your brochures, and getting the schedules, appointments. Everything is important, as well as follow-up. Even though it is a long-term project, you also have to continuously follow up with them until you close the order. So, and also building a relationship. These are all, it may not look like very urgent, you have to do it today itself, but still you have to focus on that. At least every day, 1 hour, you have to spend on important aspects, not very urgent, but important aspects. And Q3 is, it is urgent, but not important. For example, you may get the replacement inquiry, you may get some phone calls, interruptions, web leads. Web leads also 1 or 2 pieces you get. Those things are not you have to do, but at the same time, it is not that important. Replacement inquiry, it is 2-3 pieces, but still they will ask immediately. There must be some maintenance issue. We have to focus. And then Q4 quadrant, time wasters, chit-chatting with other sales guys, and junk emails, junk phone calls. These are all we should try to avoid it. Yeah, thanks, Gauri. Yes, it's very important to prioritize. I just want to know how many of you really having such a time planner, and are you really spending your priorities accordingly? Is anyone already following it? No. Okay. So secret 2 is regain selling. What is regain selling? You have your existing database. See, I just want to ask one question. How many of you know till today, maybe you might be working for last 5 years or 10 years. Till today, how many customers you've visited? How many customers you've lost? How many prospects list you have attended, but there is no response, you just neglect it. Do you know how many customers overall you have, and how many you are in touch with them? And do you know the contact list, email IDs, phone numbers? Do you know, have such informations or not? I want a genuine answer. Prabhu says no. Okay. So that is what this topic is about. You should know, only have contact list, but no, don't know exact details. Okay. So I'm going to give you a tool which is going to help you get all the how to update the contact list, what and all information we filled in, and how we are going to move to the next level. See, there are two things I'm going to discuss this topic. One is how we are going to maintain information, what kind of information we are going to maintain from. Number two, what is the how we are going to collect all the existing database and how we are going to utilize it. So existing database, nothing but old customers who might have bought you 1 or 2 times and then they have not bought. Prospects list, they might have, you might have given some samples, again sample order, then you have lost. So what is happening in the sales phase is they just call them for 2-3 times. Customer, they do follow up, then they neglect, they move on to next new projects. Then after 3 calls, they will move on to next projects. They will never go back to the previous prospect list. Actually, according to me, that is a gold mine who already bought you something from you and who already got some samples or some interaction happened. You should not neglect that database. That is the biggest mistake many sales guys are doing. Then neglecting the old records. Visit once in a while so that we don't know when things will open up, right? Even when you're going and buying some, you want to buy some, maybe a car. It's not that one visit you're going to buy, right? You will definitely go to 2-3 showrooms. You will study the car, which car is, study the features. You will do the price comparison. You will take your own time to take a decision. Same way customer. And when you really give a good regular follow-ups with them, regular visits with them, definitely they will come back to you. They'll definitely remember you and they will come back to you. So it's very important that you have to maintain the customer database. That is a gold mine. So where and all we have got the prospect list, old prospect list, like maybe from web leads, maybe trade show leads, advertisements, magazines, visiting cards. There are so many places you must have got the total database, old database. You really have to, what you have to do, maybe next week, fix up 1 or 2 days only for this. Collect as much as information as possible from wherever possible, like maybe in your computer or maybe in your visiting cards or maybe from your friends' contacts. Just don't do any other work. Just do only this work. 1 or 2 days, sit for this, collect as much as information as possible about their contact details, email IDs, contact number, everything, make it ready in one Excel format. I'm going to share you an Excel sheet. Do that first. Once you do that, then I will tell you what to do. Email marketing, and you have to do de-mailer, you have to do cold callings. So that I'm going to cover in my next slides. So first and foremost is old contacts are the gold mine. They may be extended their plan. They might require some additional products from you, or you might have added with a new product. So the customer might be interested because we don't know when you must have visited them, when you might have called them 1 year, 2 years back. In that span of time, many things must have changed. So definitely, I may not say if you have 500 contacts, everybody is going to repeat the business with you. But at least 10%, 15% if it is going to give you an order, that itself is great, because you're not doing any advertisements here. You're not going to spend any money on getting this prospect list. This prospect is already there. You already visited, you got some orders, you already made some visits. So that is what I'm trying to convey here. So some calculations to analyze how it is going to help the regain selling. Number one, you have 100 old customers who already bought something and you have lost them. And number two, you have 200 prospect list. They might have not bought regular business with you, but some other way you have given the samples or you have shared the data sheets. Somewhere or the other, you have the prospect list of 200. Just assumptions. Okay. Then total you have 300 prospect list from your old database. You have to do revisits or do cold callings. Number one you have to do is email marketing. All those 300 prospects, do the email marketing, like with some pitch, some great pitch you have to use with pictures so that it attracts them to come back to you. So email marketing, then cold callings you can do. So imagine each business, if you one prospect, if it is converted, we can imagine that 10 lakhs is going to give the business. Out of 300 to 10 lakhs is equal to 30 crores of business. So conversion rates, let us consider 15%, because as I said, out of 300 prospects, definitely they are not going to give you a complete business. Everybody will not going to respond to you. 50% conversion if we take, this is going to be 4.5 crores worth business. Total prospect list, like 300, 15% is 45 prospects. So out of this exercise, we are going to get 45 prospect list and worth of 4.5 of business. So do you all agree this formula will work out or not? Y for yes, N for no. Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, great. So, okay, I want a commitment from you. Will you commit me that next week you are going to collect as much as information as possible from your database, from your computer, from your mobile, from your visiting cards? You are going to get, this is my gold mine Excel file. Okay, it might look very simple exercise for you, the Excel sheet for you, but it is a very, very important, which I'm sure 95% of sales guys are not following this. I'm going to explain each and every column how it is going to work. But what commitment I want from you is, next week, will I get a message, personal message, saying I have updated and I've got a prospect list. Only the numbers. I don't want any company name or anything from you. Just numbers. I've collected 100 contacts. I've collected 200 contacts. Just say yes, Y for yes, N for no. You are committed to get such list. Progress. Okay, great. I'm going to explain this Excel file. Prospect name, company name, customer name, contact number, email ID, contact person existing on you. Maybe if you want to add the department name, whether it is purchase or R&D, that also you can mention. And location, which location they are from, because location, why it is important. If you're going to visit, for example, Pune, if you filter Pune, you will get all the Pune customers. So for you to getting the appointment to plan your station visit, it will help. And inquiry, what is the inquiry is about? If customer is calling, just understand what is this inquiry is about. What is the specification? What is a feet? For example, if it is a bulb, how much is the wattage of the bulb, current of the bulb? This you can write down. And if at all you come to know that what problem they are facing, that will be very great. See, you may not have this information for your old customers, but this Excel file is going to help you even for your new customers you're going to approach. One tips I want to give, which I used to follow, is whenever you are getting a customer call or whenever you are calling customer, immediately open this Excel file. Time to time, parallelly, you just fill it up. Because, you know, if you close the customer call, after finishing customer call, you'll be busy with other work. You'll not get time to fill up and you will forget most of the points later if you want to do. It is always better time to time to update it, because one shot, if you want to sit and update, it's very difficult. So why customers should buy? What is the benefit they are going to get by buying your product? And I'm going to explain this hot, warm, cold. How to prioritize the prospect list, competitor name and price, scope of product opportunity. Like if existing customer you are approaching, what is the other scopes we get? If he's buying the X product from you, what about the scope of YZ products? That also we are going to mention. And what is the project stage now? This is very important to decide whether to continue it or not. Like whether you just met the customer, you offered them, have you sampled, given the sample, or the sample is accepted or tested, order, whether you won the order, you lost the order, all this stage by stage you have to mention here. And one more you can add is each stage, how much time it is going to take. Like you met the customer, when you have offered them. If the offered is too much time, that means something somewhere is wrong. See, offer all, it may take 1 week, 1 month, or maybe maximum 2 months. If it is going to take 1 year, something is wrong. So you can analyze each stage, the gap, the duration between each stage, how much it is going to consume. Action plan by salesperson. What is the next action plan? Whether you have to revisit, you have to call them, when you're going to follow up next. All this you can see. Action plan and follow-up plan is very important in sales. And if at all you lost the customer, why you lost, that will help you to decide whether how you are going to improve your next calls. For example, you've lost customer because you might have not responded them immediately. That is why he has gone to other prospect, other competitor. Always try to understand why you lost the order so that next time you will correct it. Project quantity, what is the total quantity and what is the project value, and date of your first order, date of your last order. That means, you know, for example, if you lost 2019, so you know that after 2019 customer not bought anything from you. So this Excel file is a gold mine, which is going to give you the overall picture of your business. So do you think the sales file is going to help you? Yes or no? Y for yes, N for no. Prabhu say yes. Okay. Manish yes. Devendra yes. Okay, great. So I'm going to share you this Excel file by email after this webinar. Okay. So next is type of prospect. 3 category of prospect. You know what? One more mistake salesperson does is every prospects they will give the same time, same amount of time, same amount of visits, which is not necessary. As a salesperson, you should know how much time you have to spend for which category of prospect. Some are hot prospects, some are warm prospects, some are cold prospect. Hot prospect is nothing but some products from you, some service from you. Okay, and you have to see to that, and he is giving another project from you for you. Like, okay, he's using X product, but why probably a project, open project? We have to focus with them first. He's hot because he already used your product. He's already satisfied with your relationship, your solution, everything. Always we should first focus on hot prospect. And then warm prospect. Warm prospect is knows already your product and already likes because you already shared some of the data sheets, you already shared some of the even offer, but still you're not still converted to them into a customer. So you have to add lot of value, and your main priority is after hot prospect, the main is warm prospect, because any moment he is going to convert into order. So you have to spend lot of time with warm prospect. Number 3 is cold prospect. See, the purpose of the cold prospect is to move them to warm prospect, not to get any sales. Keep it in your mind. Cold prospect means you are going to get the order. You're not going to get any order. You're just moving them from cold to warm. Then you can move them to warm into hot, because cold prospect, they do not know anything about your product. They do not know anything about the value, what you're going to add. So pay attention. Cold prospect, do not spend too much of time initially. Just to keep on, add value to them, send some details, and slowly push them to warm prospects. So these are all the 3 category of prospects. Based on this, we have to prioritize whom to focus more, spend more time. This way, we will be able to have a productive time. Okay, the third one is reference selling. What is reference selling? For me, it is a favorite prospection method, because for me, almost 80% of the business happened through reference selling. Because why I said reference selling is very important is that I want to buy a saree. Okay, I'm asking my friend, like, can I buy this saree? Do you have any experience in any other shop? Have you bought any saree? My friends say, okay, I bought in Sarvana textile showrooms. Okay, whether or I'm just walking on a street and I'm seeing some textile showroom. Whether I buy from my friend who referred, or on the I'm walking and I'm seeing some streets, some shops on the street I'm entering. So which one do you prefer if you are my situation? Whether you go with a friend or go with on the street, whatever is available. Maybe F or S we can put. F for friend, S for street showroom. Why there is no response? You go with a friend or you go with the F? Okay. Obviously, we will be going with a friend. So that is where I said reference selling is very important. Unless you are a sales person, okay? When you're going and approaching a product, somewhere in the mind, customer knows mindset that okay, sales guy means they will going to sell something. Even though your product is very good feature, very good advantages, but still somewhere in the mind, sales guys, they want to sell. So for that, they're going to tell that it is good, it is working fine, all this. But instead, sales guy is going to say that product is good. Instead of that, his own friends, his own relatives going to say that this product is going to work, really great product. Definitely, they will listen to them than the sales guys. So reference selling is very important. Always we should try to get as much as information from our existing customers, like asking references. So I'm going to tell how to ask references, how to get this list, and whom to ask. Usually we have to ask our existing customers who already bought, who's already satisfied. And relationship is very important. If you are asking something, you should have built up a good relationship with the customer. Otherwise, you will not be able to ask any references, and he's not going to give you, right? And you should satisfy your product. Until he's not satisfied, definitely he's not going to refer to anybody. And the conversion rate is 40%. Only in reference selling, the conversion rate is 30 to 40%. But all other prospection methods, like you say, cold calling or visits or web leads or trade show leads, exhibition leads, everything is 10%, 15% only. So how to ask? So I see it is my own wordings are used, but if you want, you can correct it. How I ask? I say that, as you know, sir, as you know, you are satisfied with our product or service. Can you give some references who can get benefit out of our product? Because you know that what kind of benefits our product is giving you right now. Can you tell me what kind of, can you give some references whom this can be beneficial? So he will definitely give, he will be satisfied. So at least ask for 5 references, so that at least he'll give 3 references and immediately, because you know he will not have time to remember that and give it to you back the references. So then and there, if you're on a visit or if you're on a call, ask, sir, immediately I will note down, please give the reference. He will take his mobile and he will give. Many times my customers, immediately they've given the company name, the contact person name, and the phone number, and it worked out. Immediately I've got appointments and I visited most of them. And if you're visiting with the reference, the respect they give is also a different level. So here again, I'm having a reference selling calculation. How it works, what benefits we are going to get. Like you have 100 existing customers. Imagine you have 100 existing customers. Each customer, you ask 5 references. Okay. So 100 into 5 is 500 references. Total, there are 300 prospects. Each minute, you have 3 references. Minimum you get 3. See, we may not expect all 500, all 100 customers is going to give each 5 references, right? So average, let's consider, you may not give 5, at least you'll give 3. So if I consider 3 references, 3 into 100 customer is nothing but 300 prospects list, or if from your existing customer, you got the references. So 10 lakhs, let's see, each prospect you're going to sell minimum of 10 lakh. It all depends on your business value, product service value. So I'm considering each prospect 10 lakhs value. So 300 prospect list or reference list into 10 lakhs is nothing but 30 crores. So 30 crores business worth. Out of 30 crores, it's not that 100% you're going to convert. You're going to convert 40%. So 40% of 30 crores is 12 crores. So you will be able to get the business of 12 crores. That is nothing but 120 reference prospects. And if you are interested to know how you are going to get a multiple source of prospect list, how to get a multifold prospect list. Now, I already showed you in older customers, older prospects, we are going to get maybe 300 prospect list. That is number 1. About I think 45 worth of, a 4.5 worth of business. Okay, that is 1. And here I'm telling 120 reference list we get and 12 crores of business. This 120 reference prospect, each prospect, again, they're going to convert into customer, right? 120 customer. Each 120, you're going to ask reference again, maybe 3 to 5. Again, you're going to get a lot of maybe 600 prospect list you will get. Each 120 into 3 to 5 reference list you get. So you're going to get a big prospect funnel if you're following this method perfectly, however I said. So do you agree in this way work, your income is going to double or not? Just say is for Wi-Fi is and S1. That's why I said no one will give 5. That's why minimum 3 references. How many you've asked and how many said I will not give. And if he's not giving 5 references, at least he will give 3 references minimum. At least 2 he will give. And even if he's not giving, that means you have not satisfied him well. He's not satisfied with your product or service. So we have to analyze why it is not happening. There must be something is wrong. See, at least if I'm into sales, okay, that reference only I will take. I supply to packaging machine industries. So if I am manufacturing a packaging machines, do I not know how many competitors I have. X packaging machine manufacturer, Y packaging. Z. Definitely, being a market player, I will know who all are available, right? So definitely, I will know the reference. Not that I do not know the references. I know the references, but I'm not giving to you. If I'm not giving to you, that means something we need to improve. Maybe the way we ask, or we have not satisfied him, we have not add value to him, we have not built up a good relationship, or he's not satisfied with our product or service. So we need to deep analyze. And first and foremost, have you asked and you have not got it? Because you are, no one will give 5 reference, you are saying, Devinder, but whether you asked, you have not got, or you're just assuming that they will not give. There are two things to see. Because what I've seen maximum salespeople is they are afraid to ask customer because they think that it is they will get failed. Customer will get upset if they ask, and they are going to face the rejections. If I ask, what will happen if he's saying no? That kind of assumptions, that kind of a fear, they do not want to ask. That is a major problem I see. So ask just tomorrow, Devendra, you take a challenge. Tomorrow, take 10 customer list whom you know that you really satisfied them, you really given a lot of value, he's happy with your product. Just call the 10 customers, ask for the references, and you message me whether you've got the response or not. Okay, so next one is secret 4, social selling. Now we are all moving from traditional selling to social selling. They first agree, then later they ignore. That is why I said immediately you have to get the details. Don't give a gap. They may not have time to remember and to respond to you. I personally, I have got a lot of references from my customers, and I've converted such business as well. That is why I'm saying it will work. Only thing is, what my request is, apply the formula first. First, ask customers. See, out of 10, it's not that all the 10 is going to give you. Some will reject, some will ignore. But definitely, at least if 2-3 customers of your existing customers are going to give you references, will it work or not? At least few. Don't imagine everybody will give you for you. Okay, let's go to social selling. Social media platforms. So now we have to move on to modern sales, not a traditional method of sending a hard copy of catalogs or going visit by visit, door to door. All this is not working out. It's all digitalization now. So we have to adopt ourselves how we are going to sell our products, sell our service through social media. I'm just asking questions. How many of you, this webinar, how many of you really utilizing a LinkedIn to promote your product or service? Will you at least once have you posted regarding your product or service? Or if you are a personal brander, did you applied any post, posted anything about your personal brand? Or if you are having a business, have you posted anything related to your business in your social media? Prabhu said no. Devendra no. So how do you think your business is going to increase? Gauri is LinkedIn, yes. Okay. So Devendra, Prabhu, how do you think your business is going to increase? Because you have to adopt yourself for the current generation. You have to be adaptable to, to see how people are buying, from which platforms they are buying the products and services. For B2B sales, even for B2C, LinkedIn is the most preferable social media platform to sell your products and service. Almost 80% of business conversion is happening through social media, LinkedIn. So you really have to adopt yourself, really committed to sales. So LinkedIn, B2B sales, Facebook, Insta, Clubhouse. Be all out. Every day, one or the other post or content. keep giving add value to all the platforms. We don't know when, how people will come back to you, right? So how to get organic leads? You have to attract, your profile should be attractive. Just you only go and see your LinkedIn profile. Is it attractive? If you see, want to see how your performance, how your skills, what is your value, will they be able to get by your LinkedIn or not? Sure, in your LinkedIn or not? Say if I want to give you a 10 crores of business, looking at your profile picture, looking at your your structure of your LinkedIn profile, will I give or not? Just genuine answer I want from one of you. Looking at your both your certifications, some will also be interested to see the certifications, whether you have done. If I'm into are you able to see my screen? Hello? Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay. I don't know why it got cut. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, so we have to analyze it. I don't want you to give immediate answers, okay? But you think yourself, how is your profile like? If you are a customer, will you able to give the order looking at your profile picture, whether do you have a professional photo in your LinkedIn picture, what kind of testimonials you have got from which kind of a people, and what kind of certifications you have done in your domain, how many posts you have posted based on your skills. If you're expert in Google certifications or anything related to Google or any other service, telecommunications, are you did any articles on that? Because people know by reading your activities how much skills you have in that particular domain. So ask questions yourself, then you know the answer whether you are going to get the business in next 6 months or not. So if you agree that it's not happening, then you have to find a way how to do it. How you are going to be more consistent, how you are going to attract the audience, how you are going to post the content on your skills, your domain, how you are going to beautify your certifications. Because if I want to learn something from you, I will see what kind of certifications you have done already in that domain. If you yourself not done any certifications, why I will be interested to learn from you, right? And engage, stay attention, all the platforms, like pay attention. Your post, if for example, if you're posting something, your post should get attracted by somebody, because in fraction of second they'll be going through all the posts, right? How you are going to attract your post? So that is very important. The pitch is very important. What kind of content you're going to use such a way that people get attracted. And you have to engage in other groups. You have other similar domains groups, start engaging so that people start recognizing you. And finally, if somebody wants to give you an order, they should build the trust. How they build the trust? By looking at your consistency, looking at your profile, and looking at your skills. How they know that you are a skillful person? Like, for example, I want to be a sales coach. So how I can build the trust on my audience? By delivering some of the value. like every day giving some knowledge on sales skills. Every day, if they see me, they know that, okay, she knows something on sales. So I am trusting her. I'm going to learn from her. So that is why you have to always engage customer, add a lot of value so that the trust will build. Once the trust is built, you are going to get the orders and it is going to be organic. Organically, they will be reaching out to you to ask for the classes. Now I'm getting organic leads. Like many people are approaching me in Facebook, personal message, LinkedIn, Instagram. They're saying that I want to learn from you because your content is good, your sales is content is good. I want to learn from you. So it is going to be wonderful to apply the social selling so beautifully because you're not going to invest anything on advertisements. It's very important. You know, many people you must have seen a lot of advertisements they do, a lot of investments they do on YouTube advertisements and FB advertisements, Google advertisement. Nothing is required. If you're adding value to the people, your profile looks good, you're consistent. So some of the examples I want to give. So see, Nishiganta, I saw your profile and it is really motivating. I actually wanted. Please help me with it. I really want to attend your seminars. She wants to attend the seminars. And Giri said to join me. Please share your link. I want to join your meeting. Good evening, madam. Regarding my business, I want to talk with you. So like this, some of the people are approaching me directly. They want to learn more. So what I already said, first you have to improve your profile photo. You have to have a professional photo in your LinkedIn, profile structure and certification update. See, definitely you must have done some of the certifications in the past. So start collecting the information and update your certification. And about me, there is a column. As much as information you update on about me column in LinkedIn or other platforms. And testimonials. If you go and see my LinkedIn, there are a lot of testimonials I already got. Even some of the global teams have given some good recommendations, testimonials for me. That is going to add value because they know me. Looking at my activities in LinkedIn, how much of value I'm adding in the platform. So they want to give a good testimonials for me. This way, if you start adding value, people will definitely want to give you a good recommendations. So these are all some of the recommendations I've got, testimonials I've got from global team. They are from US. They're all sales coach. And she's the sales leader, director in one of the company, Sarah Power and Michelle. If you want to know from them, I have a sales talk show in my YouTube channel where they've given a lot of knowledge on sales. So, and one more thing I've seen, certifications. Why certification is very important. That too, especially when you have an international certification. I'm going to talk about it. Okay. So if you have a normal resume without mentioning any certifications, if you see this resume, there is a difference, right? If I'm an HR manager, I'm going through, okay, I have 10 resumes, but one resume says I have a global certified certification. Will that be more, they give more preference to that resume out of other 9 resumes, or they will think that is one on the same? I'm trying to explain how much important having a certification, especially when you have an international certification. Do you think if you are an HR manager, which resume you prefer? Resume says you are certified sales professional, you're globally certified sales professional, or just you're having experience of 5 years, 10 years in some B2B sales or B2B sales. So which one you prefer? The right side one or the left side resume? Your HR manager. Put R for right resume. Why I'm not getting the chat? Okay, I'm not getting the chat. Okay. So these are all some of my talk shows I've done with the global sales team. So this is also kind of a, social selling, because I'm branding myself, personal branding. People are looking at me, recognizing me, getting inspired. So this is one of the way you can build up your brand. Such a way your social selling will happen. And I have my YouTube. You see, I've done about 30 sales videos and sales talk shows. Here it is 3, it is very old. Now I have about 7, 8 sales talk shows. And up to September end, I have talk shows with international CEOs, international sales coaches, sales leaders. Why I'm saying this? Because they are teaching a lot of informations. How each and every sales leaders globally, they are teaching the selling skills. So please go and watch the talk shows. A lot of ideas, strategies they are sharing. So it will be very useful to all of you. Prabhu, if you have the link, you can share. So the last secret I want to explain is giver. You always have to be giver, not a getter. This mindset shift you should have, because always, sales guys, they always want to get the business. They want to get the payment. You should shift the mindset. You want to give. The more you give, the more you get. Why customer is saying the price is blessed? Have you ever analyzed, if customer is saying the price is low, have you ever analyzed why the price is low? Because you have not justified for the price. You should justify what value he is going to get for the money what he is going to pay. See, there may be your product is really great for the price what you offered, but have you made the customer to agree that yes, he is getting such value for the money? If not, then you have to correct how you have to convince them by showing your value. It is always value for money. The more value you add, money is a byproduct. Just at least the next 1 month, just apply this strategy and see, just SMS me or whatever, just tell me it works out or not. Don't forget about the money just next 1 month. Focus only on how we are going to add value, how we are going to satisfy them, how we are going to solve their problems, how we are going to give lot of benefits to them. The more you give, the more you get. So always just, can I have a commitment from all of you? Just make up your mind, just 1 month, because all this 10 years, 15 years, you have done a lot of work, right? A lot of sales. Something is not working out, or you really want to improve your sales and business. That is why you have come on this webinar. So my request to all of you is just next 1 month, forget about the money, forget about the results. Just genuinely you wanted to help others, add lot of value in your social media or wherever the platform, and you are going to add lot of value to them. Can I get that commitment? Can I get yes if you're committed? It takes the chat, I don't like. Okay, so I'm just reading this book, okay? This Go Giver book by Bob Burke. He's going to come on my talk show in maybe August end or September month. So I'm chatting with him regularly. I'm so inspired by this book, He says it's a global bestseller book. He says you always have to give. You should always have the giver mindset. So that is what I'm trying to say here. His statement is give because you like to give. It's not that because you are going to use your strategy to get more business, that is why you're giving. Since I'm saying the strategy will work out, don't just fakely do it. That is what the line says. Give because you like to give. You genuinely want to help, not it's a strategy to get the business, not in that mindset. What Zig Ziglar says, he called as a father of sales. What Zig Ziglar says, you will get all you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. The more and more you help others to get what they want in life, you will automatically get what you want in life. So I'm going to give a bonus session after 15 minutes. So I'm going to announce something. After that, I will give some idea about how you can increase your passive income. What are the ways you can increase your passive income? So I just want to tell shortly about my story. I was born and brought up in Chennai, middle class family. My father was a press binder and my mother was housewife. Studied in government school and college, diploma in electrical and electronics I've done, and MBA in marketing. I've joined as a sales coordinator. Then I've moved to front sales, field work. I worked in a French-based company, Cruise de France, sales office. We have sales office in India, location Bangalore, and I have total 18 years experience. Out of 18, 14 years into French sales. I sell industrial automation, aerospace and defense industry. Language known English, Kannada, Tamil, and a little bit. Traveled France, Germany, China, and almost all the places, major cities in India, especially for my customer visits. So this is about some of the barriers which I've broken in this. See, everybody have their own barriers, and unless until we do not acknowledge the barriers and we do not take any steps to overcome it, it is never possible. Why I want to show this slide is everybody have the barriers, but there is a way to overcome it. It is not that till when you're born you have some barriers, till you die the barrier is going to continue. When you take steps, definitely you can break all the barriers. So I was an introvert, then I've broken that barrier because my sales job required a lot of traveling, a lot of staying in hotels, visiting, meeting strange people, strange places, midnight travel, early morning travel, transportations like bus, train, flight, everywhere I've traveled. So that I had the barrier that I can't travel alone, but I've broken the barrier. Then English communication, I had a lot of problems, but reading some storybooks, referring the dictionaries, talking to my friends, I've improved my English communication. Even I didn't had a presentation skills at all when I came to Bangalore for a job, maybe 14 years back. I did not had any presentation skills, but I know that until I have not improved my skills, I cannot going to grow in my career. So what I've done, I used to talk in front of a mirror to my presentation skills. Before any presentations to my management, 2 times, 3 times I used to practice a lot. That is how I've learned my presentation skills. And women in sales engineer, that was also one of the barrier I had. Like in male dominated industry, you really can't survive. Those kind of myths is being created. People used to demotivate me, but I've excelled in women in sales until now. I'm here in this journey as a woman in sales. So even my passion is to help a lot of women to consider sales as a career, to go to excel in sales. That is my passion. So if you see this photo, the group photo, out of all these guys, I was the only sales woman. And all the girls, what you see, they're all HR executive, sales coordinator, finance executive. So I was the only sales woman. So this is how I've broken my barrier. Even my career, I didn't have any career gap. Even during my maternity leave, I have worked all the time. When I was in labor ward, still I've attended my sales call, customer call. And after 3 days of my delivery, I did my work on my emails, Zoom calls with customers. So what I want to say is, do not listen much on your society. My society said, my parents, everybody said, when you are in sales, you can't have a baby. and you have to quit the job. So many people are against me working this career, but I have not listened to all of them. You should listen to your own self. You should know what you are, how you can. When you are convinced, then you can manage everything. Prepare your mindset that you will be able to balance everything. You are going to increase your sales in 6 months. You are going to increase your business in 6 months. It's all the mindset, and you should give your 100% hard work, 100% commitment, and as well as leap of faith. If you have all, and the most important is you have to improve your skills, whatever is necessary. When you want skills, as I said in the first slide, if your business is doing say 50 lakhs, and if you want to improve your business to 1 crore, you have to increase the skills accordingly. Then only your business will improve. If your skills is same, but you really want to improve a business, which is never going to happen. You have to improve your skills, everything, then only your business is going to increase. Unless until you invest your time, invest some kind of amount, it is not going to happen. So I'm going to give some advanced level programs. So because just 2 hours, I can't take everything. So we have to go deeper into each level, deeper into practical sessions, such a way that definitely it is going to give you a certain results. So my program, it's 1 month program where we have international trainer is Catherine, because